Hello, 你好，欢迎回来，Welcome back to Johnny Tiger's Strange Food Saturday. Yes, this was supposed to be Wisdom Wednesday, but we're doing this on a Saturday, so bear with me. Now, many times, as a Chinese person, I have been told, wow, you guys eat some really weird stuff. And I want to tell people, you have no idea. Like, literally, Chinese people, even among ourselves, Chinese people is known to say that no matter what it is, if it's flying or swimming or crawling or squirming, as long as it's not people, we'll eat it. And even that is kind of debatable. Sometimes yeah, cannibalism was very real in ancient China. Let's just put it that way. But today, I don't want to go there because that's really dark and it's not what this episode is about. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Chinese people eating monsters. Full disclosure, while I'm doing this video, I got a barbecued monster sitting on my table. So as soon as I finish making this video, I'm going to go eat it. What kind of monster? Well, it's a chicken. That's not a monster, some people say, but yeah, it's closely related to dinosaurs. So to me, that's like eating a barbecued monster. Anyway, joking aside, I mean, usually when we hear about monsters and Yao Guai or creatures, mythological creatures, we mostly think about them eating us, right? I mean, at least in most stories of trolls and goblins and dragons and Nemean lion and demonic uh, tigers and man-eating horses. There are a lot of creatures, right? In Greek mythology, in mythologies across the world, that eat people. But in the book of classic Mountain and Sea, Shan Hai Jing, the classic book of Mountain and Sea, which was written over 2,000 years ago in China, it not only documented some of the earliest mythologies of Chinese people, including the story of Pangu, creating the world, the story of Hou Yi, who saved the earth by shooting down the extra suns in the sky, the story of Kwa Fu, the giant that raced the sun chased the sun in a foot race. All these classic tales. The tale of Nuwa, the snake-bodied goddess that created human beings. The book of Mountain and Sea not only documented these early totems and mythologies of Chinese people, but it also documented, in many instances, ways of eating monsters. In many ways, the book of Mountain and Sea read like a 2,000-year-old role-playing game RPG monster manual. It tells you this is a kind of monster. Where can you find it? What will it do to you? What kind of power it have? What does it look like? Where did it come from? And what will happen if you eat it? So yeah, like if you ever wondered, why do Chinese people think about eating things like bear paws, elephant trunks, rhinoceros horn, and deer antlers, and swallow nest and stuff like that? All the weird creatures and creature body parts that Chinese people consume, it's not a new thing. Okay, you can probably trace a lot of this back to the classic book of Mountain and Sea. So without further ado, let's lead into this fun little bizarre episode. All the, well, not all of them, but some of the monsters that were on the menu, some of the monsters that were mentioned in the book of Mountain and Sea that Chinese people was encouraged to consume. First and foremost, and this is going to shock a lot of you, is a nine-tailed fox. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Okay, nine-tailed fox, one of the most powerful, most secretive, most charming, most seductive creatures in not just Chinese mythology, but most Asian mythologies. This creature is usually known to be sexy and seductive, can turn into beautiful women, and it's more the kind of creature you think about sleeping with, and not really something that you think about eating. But in the Shan Hai Jing Book of Mountain and Sea, it's clearly documented that if you consume the meat of a nine-tailed fox, it will make you immune to any kind of toxin or poison or venom in the world. Sound awesome. I wonder what they taste like. Next up, also from the Book of Mountains and Sea, we have Xin Xin. Xin Xin was said to be kind of a monkey that could walk like a man and talk like a man. So if you want to, you can just imagine King Louis from Jungle Book. Wanna talk like you, walk like you, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, okay, whatever. So Xin was a kind of monster that was looked like a monkey, that could walk like a man and talk like a man, and even more so, Xin was said to be able to predict future. So these were uh, prophecy monkeys. These monkeys could prophesize your future by eating not just any part of a xinxin, but you need to eat its lips. So this is weirdly specific. So by eating the lips of a xinxin, it was going to give you. It was said it would give you super speed. It makes you walk super fast. So this obviously was a very good thing for ancient warriors and carriers of messages. So Xinxin was very early on hunted to extinction because of the property of their lips that could give you super speed. Obviously, not every monster was going to give you some kind of superpower, like immunity to poison or super speed. There are some monsters that their effect was more minor, such as the next one on our list is called Qi Tu. Qi Tu was a three-headed crow and often associated with evil omen. But if you were to eat the meat of a cheetu, it would keep you from having nightmares. Now, speaking of birds, we do have quite a few contenders in this category because even 2,000 years ago, apparently Chinese people love eating birds, even monster birds. So, the next bird on our menu is a bird called changfu. Now, changfu was a very weird bird. It had three heads, three wings, and six legs, and it was to be said to be very aggressive and very easily agitated. But to eat the meat of changfu would keep you alert and awake for a long time. So this was basically coffee before there was coffee. Another bird, similar to our aforementioned Qi. This one's just called Qi. And Qi is a bird about the size of a crow and has multicolored feathers. It was said to bring good fortune and good luck, and a very beautiful bird. Interesting thing about Qi is it's a monster bird that is both male and female at the same time. Now, if you were to eat the meat of qi, it would help prevent you ever getting warts or pimples on your skin. Just imagine what kind of uh, effect that bird would have on the beauty industry today. Maybe that's why it's no longer here. Maybe so many Chinese women went after it and it just went extinct. You never know. Now that we talked about the birds, we are going to go into the water and look at a couple of seafood choices from the classic books of mountains and sea. And look at these monsters from the water. Now, when we talk about monsters from the water, some of you are thinking about Loch Ness monsters and stuff like that. Nah, those things eat people. This episode we're talking about monsters that people eat. First of all, is a very interesting fish called tiao. Now, tiao as a fish looked very interesting. It's supposedly a fish that looked like a chicken, and it had red feathers, three tails, and four heads. God, what kind of? Oh, and when it make noise, it sounded like a lovebird or a nightingale, some kind of like really nice sounding bird. So it's like a bird in water. It's really weird. Okay. What also interesting about this word "tiao" is even today, when we talk about fish, units of fish in Mandarin, one fish, two fish, three fish, we will say use the word 条, 一条鱼, one fish, 两条鱼, two fish, 三条鱼, three fish. Okay, so the word 条 is still around, even though this strange chicken-like fish is not here anymore. So the meat of tiao, no one was said what it tasted like. I imagine if it looked like chicken, it probably would taste like chicken. But the fact the what was recorded in the book of mountains and seas is that tiao meat can make you very very happy. So it's almost like ecstasy. Before there was ecstasy, it was a happy drug for people. Uh, no matter how sad, how depressed, if you eat the flesh of tiao, you would be happy for a while. The next fish, the last one on today's episode, is a fish called 横公鱼. 横公鱼, and this is a very strange one because this was probably one of the earliest record of mermaids in Chinese culture. You see, 横公鱼, uh, they are only fish during the day. It says that in the evening, during nighttime, they climb onto the shore and turn into people and live like people. But by daybreak, they have to get back into the water and they turn back into fish. Now, this was a very hard fish to hunt and cook because 横公鱼 not only can turn into human at nighttime, when they are fish. They are invulnerable to most things. They couldn't be stabbed. They couldn't be hurt. They couldn't be burned. They were immune to injuries by fire. They were immune to injuries by blunt force or sharp objects. They were very hard to kill. The only way to kill a 横公鱼 was to put it in a pot of boiling water and add some blackberry to the water. Now, isn't that weird? Yeah. This, once you introduce blackberry into the water, this fish's invulnerability would go away. Now, the book of Mountains and Sea did not say what kind of uh, special power eating a 横公鱼 would give you, but just based on how hard it would be to kill something like that, and you know, you need to have blackberry handy, otherwise you can't even cook it. It's probably not worth it. There are many more interesting stories of monsters, gods, and fairies and ghosts in the classic of mountains and seas. And hopefully, down the line, I'll slowly get around to them. But for now, this is our very small but interesting Chinese dietary recipe menu of some of the weirder monsters from the book of Mountains and Sea. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll be back again soon. For now, if you're interested, please subscribe and like. And if you don't get enough of my contents here, you can also check out johnnytigerexperience.blogspot.com for some of my written blogs, photos, and some personal musings. For now, 谢谢 and 再见。